Hey guys, what's up? My name is Florian, this is Waschhaus TV, and today I'm going to talk about the game that was too successful. So welcome to this week's episode of Waschhaus TV. Today I wanted to have a look at Flappy Bird, a game that became eventually too successful for indie game developer Dong Nguyen, and he pulled the game off the App Store. And it's a really interesting story because he was tweeting about it, and he said that at the end he hated the game because it ruined his simple life. And it's a story about money, about success, about frustration, and it's really, really interesting. And I wanted to do a bit about it for quite a while, and I'm glad I didn't, because last week Dong Nguyen gave an interview to the Rolling Stones magazine where he's sharing some inside thoughts and sharing the story behind that and why he eventually pulled the game off the App Store. So let's have a look at this. In May 2013, he released the game for free on the Google Play Store and on the Apple App Store, and it totally went under. Nobody really noticed the game, and nobody really downloaded the game. He didn't really market it, he just tweeted about it a couple of times. And so for 7-8 months, it didn't play any role at all on the app stores. And by the end of December 2013, it flooded social media. It became very popular on Reddit and YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. And so in early January, it entered the top 10 charts of free games, and on January 17th it was #1 in the United States, and only about 1 or 2 weeks later it was also topping the Google Play Store chart. And by then it was topping charts in 100 countries all over the world. It was downloaded more than 50 million times, and it made an estimated revenue of $50,000 a day. And on February 9th, the developer Dong Nguyen tweeted that, "I'm sorry, Flappy Bird users, 22 hours from now I will take Flappy Bird down. I cannot take this anymore." And he did. And in that 22 hours it was downloaded another 10 million times. So this is a really insane story. And I want to have a look behind that story. So his intention was to create a fun game, a game that makes people laugh, and he did this by using funny sounds and funny animations when the bird dies. And when you did play the game, you know that the bird dies a lot because it's so hard to play. It's masochistically hard by design. It's a really, really simple game design, but it's really hard to play, and that makes it really frustrating, but also at the same time very addictive. You want to challenge the game. You want to challenge yourself. You want to challenge friends that are better at playing that game. And you hate the game. And then you hate yourself and you hate your friends. And it's all really, really emotional. And maybe that's why it went viral so quick, so fast. But there's a downside to that. The downside is that he was not only criticized for stealing artwork from Nintendo, so that pipe that are in the game, but it also gained a lot of press attention. So there were paparazzi outside his home waiting for him, and he had to hide at a friend's apartment. And people were complaining about it. People were writing him, and they were saying they hate the game. So the first time when somebody tweeted about it, it was just saying 3 words. It said "fuck Flappy Bird," and I think that sums it up quite well. And in the Rolling Stones magazine, in that article, he is also telling about messages that he received. So there were people writing to him that they broke their phone because they were so frustrated with the game, or others lost their jobs because they were addicted to the game. And there's even a story about a mother that didn't talk to their kids anymore because of that game. And Dong Nguyen really took this to heart, and he couldn't sleep anymore. He couldn't focus anymore, and he didn't want to go out. And so he made that decision, and he said he wanted to have his peace back. He wanted to have back his simple life, and so he made the decision to stop it, to stop that story, to stop that game, that success. So when the app eventually was pulled off the app stores, a whole bunch of Flappy Bird clones flooded both Apple's App Store and Google's Play Store. And it went so far that every 24 minutes there was one Flappy clone released. And Apple and Google had to reject, they started to reject obvious clones of the gameplay and of names that were just using Flappy inside their app names to attract attention to their own app. And yeah, the whole insanity reaches another level when you see what happens on eBay. On eBay, people were selling their iPhones with Flappy Bird installed, and they were selling those for tens of thousands of dollars. So people were actually buying iPhones for thousands of dollars just because there was the original Flappy Bird installed on that iPhone. That's so insane. Besides that whole insanity, there's actually one person that was acting quite sane in that whole story, and for me, this is game developer Dong Nguyen himself. The app ruined his life, and he saw the app ruining the lives of others, so he decided that 50,000 a day is not worth that. And I think that decision deserves a lot of respect. So, that's it for today. This was this week's episode of Waschhaus TV. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please leave a thumbs up down below and share this video with friends and colleagues. And yeah, see you next week. And this is astonishing because the game is actually free. And he's doing this by using app in app at revenues. In app at banners. Yeah.